Hi guys, I finally got around to making this video for you. We're gonna make these earrings, and although deceiving, these are all done with 15/0 seed beads, although it does look like the inside seed beads are smaller than the ones on the outside. This is not 11/0, this is 15/0. What you need for this is Berkley's Fireline, and you can get this at any sporting fishing store. They used to have it at Walmart, but I don't know if they still have it at Walmart. I heard some rumors that they don't have it at Walmart anymore. So try and find yourself a good fishing sporting store. This is the 0.30 millimeters. It's also clear. So this is thinner than the regular Fireline from Beadsmith. And you will need this, or else you won't be able to pass through the 15/0 seed beads. And you also need a John James needle. Now this is a very thin needle that passes through there easily with no problem. But yeah, let's get started. I'll have a material list for you underneath the video. And what you definitely need, also very important, is for the inside, you need to start working with galvanized, okay? Because the galvanized seed beads are the strongest of the Miyuki seed beads that there are. We're going to start with 2 galvanized gold seed beads, and we're going to pull that to the end of our thread. This thread is about 1 meter and 70 centimeters long. And then we're going to go into that first one. And down in the second one. Now I normally would go around again, but because you need to pass through there several times, we really can't do it. Pick up a mauve, go into the second gold, and if you drop it like I just did, then just make sure you got that end till downwards, and go up in the mauve again. Now pick up another mauve, and we're going to go into the previous mauve and down in the one that we just added. And we're going to turn that around and make sure that end till stays on the bottom, and we're going to go up in the first gold, and then we're going to go down in the mauve, but you got to pull that thread a little closer so you don't get tangled up. And then you pull everything close, just kind of fold them. I'm going to go up in the gold again. Okay, so this is your basic herringbone. So what you're going to do is going to do your best to hold it to begin with. The beginning is always hard. You're going to pick up 2 gold and you go down in that second gold. And we're going to do this 5 times. So we're going to go up the mauve, turn it around, add 2 mauve, and go down in the second mauve. Trying to hold this so you can see what I'm doing. Kind of hard. So, and the end till out of the way. Just pull that through. So now you got the 2 mauve on there. Make sure that you got them in position already. Pull that tight. We're going to step up, which means basically you pick up the first and the second bead. And then when you do the second round, you pick up the second and the third bead, and the third and fourth bead, and so on. So I'm going to go through there. Now we're going to pick up 2 more gold. And we're only going down 1 gold now. Going to go up 1 mauve. That's the second row. I'm going to add the next 2 mauve, and we're going to go into that second mauve right there. I'm going to pick up the second and the third gold, and then I'm going to pick up 2 gold again. go down into that second gold, pick up the mauve, and then 2 mauve again and 1 down in the second mauve. Pick up number 3 and number 4 of the gold. I'm going to pick up 2 gold into the gold, up in the mauve, 2 mauve into the second mauve, up 2 gold, and we're going to attach the mauve to the gold. So that's 2 gold, down the mauve, previous mauve, and up the gold again. Now we're going to attach this side to the gold. I'm going to go down the gold. I'm going to go up the mauve. Going to add 2 mauve. Going to go down the mauve, up to mauve again. I'm going to add a gold seed bead in the middle, going down to mauve again, or make it 3, kind of attach that a little bit. Now go up another 2 and attach that last gold. Now we're going to go up in the gold, we're going to grab our 8mm bicone and we're going to go into that bicone. And we're going to go up through all the gold on the same side as that your thread is coming out of. So that would be my left side here. Make sure you got all your gold beads. Now we're going to go into the second mauve and we're going to pick up 5 mauve. You're going to pick up your 3mm bicone and you're going to pick up the other 5 mauve. Going to add 2 mauve, go down 2 mauve, up 3 mauve, and add the gold seed bead and go down to the other side. I'm going to pick up that bicone again. Going to pick up 5 mauve, go up the last mauve, into the gold, add 5 gold, go into the gold, and then you got a little loop, go down to mauve, up one mauve. No, little girl, I know. Yeah, I know the fireworks. I know you're scared. Come on, go lay down. And then we're going to go through the gold on the other side. Down the other 5 gold. And into the bicone. Now you got both sides of the gold attached to the bicone. I'm going to go into 2 gold. Up the mauve, 3 mauve, into the gold in the middle. And we're going to move to the other side, so we're going to go through 2 on the side and 1 in the middle. Now, the gold is connected to the mauve, so we have to start with 2 mauve. I'm going to go around, pick up the mauve, pick up the other mauve, and then back into the mauve. And now we're going to add 2 gold. So now we're going to work the other way around. Now the mauve is where you step up, okay? So 1 gold, 1 down, 1 more gold, 1 up. I'm going to turn to the other side, and now we're coming from upwards. Okay, so the first round that we did, we came from we needed to go underneath in there, but now we need to go up because we're coming out on the top of the gold, so we need to go in the top of the mauve. So basically you're working in the mirror direction as what you were working first. And you can choose to do 2 gold on this side and then just kind of work counterclockwise. Is that counterclockwise? Or clockwise? But instead I think, oh, it might be easier. In the PDF file I just do 1 gold and 1 mauve, add that together. But I think we can do counterclockwise. You're not on an advanced channel, so you can do this. We're going to go to the other side. So we're going to pick up 2 gold, and we're going to go into the first gold, and we're going to pick up the mauve, and pick up another 2 mauve, and we're going to go in to that second mauve, and then we step up on this side. I never worked backwards with the herringbone before, but I guess it works all the same. Left way around, right way around. Okay, 2 more gold, and then up the mauve, pull that gold a little tighter. Up the mauve, add to mauve, and down the mauve. Up to gold, add to mauve, add to gold, down the gold, up, now we're coming out of the middle gold right here, and we're going to add 4 mauve, because that mauve is 1 row longer than the gold, so we need to add 4 mauve. Then we're going to go up 2 mauve. I'm going to pick the last 2 and connect them. So back through the previous mauve, up the mauve. And now we're going to add the gold. And another gold. And now it's going to work a little bit differently because you're coming out of the gold on the top. So we're going over to the other side and we're going into the mauve from the top to the bottom. And then we're going into the bottom and to the top in the gold again, and then we're going to go add into the mauve again. And now we actually need to start with adding beads, but you know, the previous row you start with the gold. We're not going to do that now, so you're going to move up 1 more mauve. And it's going to be a little bit differently. You're going to pick up a mauve and a gold instead. And you're going to go down in the gold. And then you're going to pick up that gold. And now the mauve will be where we step up. You're going to pick up a gold and a mauve. And you're going to go into that first mauve. And you're going to pick up the last 2 mauves on the right side. And then you're going to do that again. Gold, mauve gold, upwards in the gold, gold mauve on your needle, into the mauve, and we're going to step up in the mauve. So that means 2 seed beads we're going to pick up of the mauve. Now again, mauve gold, that's 3, and this is number 4, 1 gold, gold mauve, I try to put that in place already. Pick up 2 mauve, pick up 2 mauve, and 1 more mauve and gold into the gold, up the gold, gold mauve, down, picking up 2 mauve, gold right here, and we're going to add 4 mauve because that mauve is 1 row longer than the gold, so we need to add 4 mauve. Then we're going to go up 2 mauve. I'm going to pick the last 2 and connect them. So back through the previous mauve, up the mauve. And now we're going to add the gold. And another gold. And now it's going to work a little bit differently because you're coming out of the gold on the top. So we're going over to the other side and we're going into the mauve from the top to the bottom. And then we're going into the bottom and to the top in the gold again. And then we're going to go add into the mauve again. And now we actually need to start with adding beads, but you know, the previous row you start with the gold. We're not going to do that now, so you're going to move up 1 more mauve. And it's going to be a little bit differently. You're going to pick up a mauve and a gold instead. And you're going to go down in the gold. And then you're going to pick up that gold. And now the mauve will be where we step up. You're going to pick up a gold and a mauve, and you're going to go into that first mauve, and you're going to pick up the last 2 mauves on the right side. And then you're going to do that again, gold, mauve gold, upwards in the gold, gold mauve on your needle, into the mauve, and we're going to step up in the mauve. So that means 2 seed beads we're going to pick up of the mauve. Now again, mauve gold, that's 3, and this is number 4, 1 gold, gold mauve, I try to put that in place already. Pick up 2 mauve, pick up 2 mauve, and 1 more mauve and gold into the gold, up the gold, gold mauve, down, picking up 2 mauve, now we need to attach the gold and the gold with each other, picking up that last gold, picking up that last gold, into the gold, up in the gold. And we need to attach these two mauves together, so that's down in the mauve, up in the mauve, and down in the mauve again. I'm going to go up the mauve and into the gold, up in the gold, and we're going to add 2 gold, and let's just go down 2 gold so that that stays in place a little. Up 3, because we still have to attach the gold to each other, so we're going up 3. I'm going to go down in the gold, and we're going to attach that last gold. And I'm going to go back up that gold. I'm going to turn that into the bicone. I might thread it a little bit along the way, but it'll be okay. And we're gonna go, let me see, coming out of this gold on the right side, so I gotta go through the beads also on the right side to go all the way around. Five and 5. Now we need to attach the circle and the bicone, so we're going into the mauve and we're going to skip one mauve right here. So we're going to go pick up the last 5 mauve. I'm going to pick up that 3mm bicone, pick up the 6 mauve, into the gold, turn back to the other side, because we also have to pick up the bicone from this side. Picking up the bicone, going into 6 mauve, into the gold, going to add 2 gold, move into the gold on the other side, 2 more gold, and back into the middle gold. Now go around again, through all them gold seed beads on the top, and now we need to attach the other row of gold. So I'm going to go first down about 3 mauve, up 2 mauve, into the gold, make sure you get them all, It's only 2 times 5, but okay. Through the gold one more time to tighten that up. And now we're going to work that thread into the middle, and we're going to tie that up with the end tail. Yeah, that's why it wasn't there. And we're going to pull it to the gold seed beads. To the side, because you still have to go in there. So I'm going to work my thread away into the gold seed beads. And I'm pulling that knot in there so that I don't have to work this thread away. There. And now I'm just going to cut off that thread, or in this case zap it off. I've been getting used to my zapper and I really like it. And you can cut that one off too, because that knot is pulled in there. So as long as you don't use scissors, you can just, because then you would probably be pulling that knot out there. But that works. And that was the hardest part of it all. So, now that we're done with that, I'm going to pick up our head pin. And I've been using an 11/0 seed bead on the top to not damage my 4mm bicone, which is next. And then this is going to be a little bit hard too. You got to go into that loop that you made. Then you need to put the pearl on there. And now you got to juggle getting that head pin into that bicone. There, juggled. Now, that wasn't that hard, but the second one will be. So now we need to put another pearl on there, 3mm pearl. And we need to go underneath that seed bead, but those seed beads will be pulling down, so you got to pull those seed beads up a little bit. And then, boom, you're in there. Now we need another 4mm bicone, and we're going to use another 11/0 seed bead, and then we're just going to make that loop for the bottom. So cut and loop. Now, if I would hang my 6mm dangle on here, then I got this big wide open space. So I kind of took that away by adding 3mm AB dangles on there. So we're first going to put the 3mm dangles on there, and you need 6 of them. And I got them with like a little ball on the end, but you can use flat ones too. And I'm going to use a seed bead on top of that to keep them safe. That's a 15/0 seed bead, because these head pins are very thin, so they can do that. Now you need 6 of these, and how you put them on there is like you just turn them, and then when you got the loop as you want it, that's a little bit too long, cut that off a little bit. As soon as you got the loop as the way you want it and closed up, then you're just going to open that up a little bit, and you're just going to hang it on there. So you need to put 6 on there. I suggest you pause me until you got the 6 on there. Now when that is all done, you got to make sure that they're facing in the right direction. Just kind of lay them on there flat and push them aside 3 by 3, and make sure that you got them on the right side, because you got to go right in between those 6 ones with your bicone. So I'm also just like a 6mm bicone, and I'm also putting a 15mm seed bead on there, on top of there, and I'm going to make that loop close that up. And then we're going to open that up. And you got to pick it up just right. Make sure that they're in the middle. And then just get that one right there in the middle. And close that up. Now that just leaves the ear hook. I always got to check which side it opens. And then just hang that on there. Okay, and there you have them. If you managed to do it, you are officially now a bead surgeon. This tutorial, although it may look easy when you look at the beads, when you look at the project, it's definitely way up there on the most advanced level of beading. So if you managed to do it, be proud of yourself. You're a super beader. You are a bead surgeon, because it's basically, it's almost like surgery what we did. So yeah guys, I'm going to leave now. This was the last tutorial for 2017. I'm wishing you all a very happy new year, and I'll see you guys in 2018 hopefully. Bye!